No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, it's Mariota going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They toss to Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go. I've got to give it up for him right there. Stared down the barrel of the blitz, acted as his own blitz control, knew he would take the hit, and dumped it off, and they pick up a first down.
That's what the safety valve's there for, right?
That's exactly what he's there for, although most quarterbacks will tell you, I wouldn't mind actually having him in to protect so I don't get hit as often, but sometimes you just have to step up and make a play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Second and 5. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Drake. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, McCaffrey. He takes this for 3 to the 29. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Steelers nothing.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
I don't think you got it, son. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Check. Crunch. 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 Tighten up.
A toss play left. There goes Devontae Freeman. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Dixon complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Let's go, D. 3.
And running the jet sweep here to Parker. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Mariota stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
These babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these 3.
Now Mariota. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A first down throw for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Working out of the gun, Mariota steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score, Falcons 21, Steelers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Blue down, go. Hey, 50's the mic, 50's the mic.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Nice, sweetheart. Mike's 57, echo. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Damian Willis. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's checking crap. Hey, check 24.
Freeman. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's brought down by Ryan Shazier.
2nd and 4. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
No. Undercrunch.
Oh, they'll try and sneak this. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. 57, come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
2nd and 11. Being chased out left. This complete to Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Check 37, check 30, Sadie Weapon. Check safety. Alert flare, flare.
On 1st down, Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He'll drop to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Mariota. Dancing to his left. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all game. Let's get it.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Out. 36.
Now it's Freeman. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Freeman again, a first down carry. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Check.
The 26-yard line.
Hey, alert 3. Slam.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now a draw play with Drake. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's third down.
They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down.
Here we go, Jim.
To throw again on second down. Mariota got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Steelers, first down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Mariota on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
61.
Throwing is Mariota. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. To throw Mariota. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And Boswell's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability. Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, 6-6. Got 4, shut up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is...
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Go get him, go get him, go get him. 50's the mic, 50's the mic. Here we go.
They're going to look to throw.
Let's bring it.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check. 24. Check 24. Go. Go. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Here I come.
Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
they can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.